Alright guys, our real working man cook series here. I want to make myself vegetable bean soup. I'm trying to, clean it up, eating a little bit healthier here. So I got up all my stuff cut up and I'm going to put in the soup. It's going to be a good size panel. I'll start off with, this is all fresh stuff that I got, from the market. Got a bunch of, four heads of broccoli here that I cut all up in small pieces. It's all going to go in. Now, with the vegetable soup, put whatever you want in there. This is what I'm putting in. I'm going to put in the broccoli. I got some cauliflower. I got some tomatoes here that were fresh that I cut up. I got some corn that was out of the can. And I also got some mushrooms that were out of the can. This here was some fresh Brussels sprouts that I quartered. I cleaned them all and quartered them. I got some carrots. I got some onions. I got a couple of different kinds of green peppers, green and red. I got a couple of heads of celery that I cleaned up. I left the inside with the leaves on there. I cut the ends off, cleaned it all up. A couple of cans of stewed tomatoes. I have one large can of white hominy, one large can of black beans, and one large can of kidney beans. And then I got garlic and hot peppers, and I got a couple of things of chicken broth. So what we're going to do is we're going to get this all in a big pan and start, put it all together, mix it all up. I'll probably have to add some water to it and some seasoning, and we'll let it chooch. But it's basically going to be a vegetable soup, with the beans. I'm not putting no meat in there. And, add whatever you want. If you want different type of vegetables, you add what you want. I'm not putting no potatoes in there. So it's going to be kind of a thin soup. It's going to be kind of a healthy soup. So we'll see how it comes out. I'll bring you guys along. Alright guys, I got my pan here. It's a 40-quart pan with an encapsulated base which can take the heat. So we'll get started on putting some of this stuff in. I'll try to walk you through it. Alright guys, I'm going to put in the broccoli. Next I'll put in the cauliflower. The next I'll put in the green and red bell peppers. Carrots, small bag of carrots, all cleaned and sliced up. A couple of small onions. A couple of stalks of celery. Brussels sprouts. I like these, so I kind of quartered them so they'll be, I had 4 plum tomatoes that I had that were fresh, so I'm throwing them in there. Corn and mushrooms. Corn is a lot more or less for looks. Give it a little color. Alright, and I got the garlic and the hot peppers going in. Red kidney beans. Black beans. And the white hominy. One can of stewed tomatoes. 2 cans of stewed tomatoes. 1 can of chicken broth. I'm going to throw a couple of cans in there. Another can of chicken broth. Another 3rd can of chicken broth. Myself a big spoon. I've got 2 cans of water. That should do it. So it's going to be a hearty, healthy soup. Vegetable bean, mostly vegetables. So we'll let it chooch. We'll turn it on and let it chooch. Guys, one other thing I forgot to do is before I start it up, put some seasoning in there. You can see all the stuff I put in there. Some pepper. Oregano mix. This is kind of like a staple for me. I use a lot of this stuff. Gonna be a nice healthy vegetable stew, you know. Garlic powder, I don't need that. I got plenty of garlic powder. I put some of the smoked paprika in there for color and give it some color. But we're gonna let it chooch. We're gonna let it chooch away and do its thing. I don't think I need any salt in there. I'll put some basil. Put some basil in there. Parsley flakes. And give it a good mix, and it'll be a nice vegetable stew. You know, it's going to be a healthy meal. No meat. I got the beans in there, so it'll be good with the protein with that. You know, something different. Break it up a little bit. You know, obviously I'll freeze a whole bunch of it, but we'll let this thing rock and roll and let it get happy. Oh guys, I put all the seasoning in there, and we'll start it up and let it rock and roll. And put the cover on there. Get the fan going. We'll let it cook for a couple hours. We'll check on it every so often. How Real Working Men Cook series. Healthy eating with Stevie Laugh. Oh yeah, mama. Steve's a real working man, mama. Oh yeah, he is. Alright guys, this thing is getting really close to being done cooking. What I'm going to do is I'm going to throw a little bit of pilaf in there, rice pilaf in there to thicken it up a little bit. A couple of cans of containers of rice pilaf. At the very end here. And get the seasoning mix. Alright guys, I threw a couple of cans of rice pilaf in there with the packets to kind of thicken it up a little bit. It's right at the very end here. It's pretty much all done. Just wanted to thicken it up a little bit. Throw a little bit of rice pilaf in there, and just let it chooch for a little bit longer. Alright guys, I've been simming it for a while, and you can see, but it's pretty much done. I'm just going to shut it off and let it cool, but it's definitely a healthy meal, you know. It's a very healthy meal. So we'll just let it, I'll shut it off, we'll let it cool, and then I'll get a plate together. And I did check the carrots. And see, they're pretty much done. Kind of still got a little crunch to them, kind of a little al dente, but that's the way I want it. Very healthy soup. It's that time of year, you know. It's February, so it's that time of year for soup, you know. And oh yeah. February, that's time of year for soup. It's all vegetables. I'm not a big fan of vegetable soup, but it's healthy, so I'm gonna try to start eating healthier. Lose a couple of pounds here, so I gotta bring you guys along. We'll shut it off. We'll let it chooch. It's not gonna be as good. It's a vegetable soup, so it is what it is. Vegetable bean soup. So still gonna be yummy. Might not be as good as a beef stew or something like that for some guys, but it's healthy. It's a healthy choice. So we need to kind of try to mix things up here. Have some healthy stuff, and we have other stuff too, But we kind of we'll let it cool off. We'll get a plate together, and we'll give it a taste test. This is the start of the show right here, Baby the dog. She was looking for a plate there. You looking for a plate of food? Are you looking for a plate? The old star of the show, Baby the dog. She's got a little fleece coat on. She's styling there, Mama. She's next level. You next level? You next level type of dog? I think so. Oh yeah, you are. Alright guys, can you see that? It's vegetable soup, Vegetable and bean soup. Put in there what you want. I put in there what I like. Next one I'll make a little bit different, but let's give it a taste test. Alright guys, our real working man cook series. Hot. It's a little bit on the hot side, but man, it's good. Yummy. This is very healthy eating right here. I'm going to try to start eating a little bit healthier than I have been. This is healthy eating right here. You can't go wrong with vegetables. So, I added a little bit of rice pilaf in there, but that's not bad. Hot, but good. Yum. Alright guys, you know where I'm going with this. The cauliflower, and it's all healthy stuff, Full of vitamins and stuff. That's what we want. Healthy eating. Tasty too, very tasty. The cauliflower and corn and beans. Very good. Alright guys, you know where I'm going with this. Just show you that, how real working men cook series. It's not hard to cook. Anybody can cook. Whip up whatever you want. Put any kind of vegetables you want. You want different type of vegetables, put them in there. Don't matter. This is going to be, nice, hearty meals for me for a while, so. I do these videos for the real working men out in the field. So, you can show them how to cook. How real working men cook series. You can see it's very yummy. Very, very yummy.